touchdown. It's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. His throw incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Keep it up, guys. Ready? 53's the Mike. 53. Hey, Zoo. Let's go. 53's the Mike. 53.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. It's caught here by Adams. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the draw, this is Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Now Rosen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rosen will throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And Woods has it complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 10.
Rosen now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. If you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, alert, alert. Check 3, check 3, check 3. General West. Middle. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
They'll run with Drake.
Run.
A gain of 3, second down.
I'm going to get you.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen sliding out of the pocket. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Mike 58, right there.
At the 47-yard line.
Check. He's coming.
They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Watch the screen. Kill. Hey, turn it up. And 80.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Slam.
On 2nd down now, it's Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
49, check 49. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. I got it.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's Hill one more time, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Know your job.
3rd and long. It's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 3rd down, Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd down, it's Bell, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Airing one out for Crowder. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now Drake. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Rosen to throw on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quinnen Williams gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start the drive with Hill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. First down, and it's Hill again. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Christian Wilkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He's got a man complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, 79 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing left side, it's complete.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On first down, Drake. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Now a handoff for Drake. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Right back to Drake. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Mike 57, come on. You better bring it.
And they take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Rosen to a knee, and that ought to do it.
Rosen on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Dolphins, they'll finish the first half.